Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
How are you?
Oh my gosh, AOC is in Untucked. You're amazing.
No, you all are amazing. Oh my gosh, wait,
Girl.
Welcome to Untucked.
I'm gagged. I'm gagged.
You're gagged. You're so gagged. How did you enjoy the Madonna performance?
Okay, I'm a huge Drag Race fan. I think this was the best musical out of it. No BS.
So what's it like for you being on RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yeah.
It is, I mean, this is truly a dream come true. I mean, last year I was bartending in a restaurant.
Oh my God. Wow.
That was my life last February. And every night I would come home and the only thing that would help me disconnect and unplugged was watching Drag Race.
Wow.
That was the thing that I did every single night. And to be in this moment is just so humbling and amazing, and I'm just trying to drink it up the way you all are.
It's just so crazy that like somebody so important in this country would take the time out of their life to come here.
Not only you being here, but to hear that you love and appreciate what we do, and that it helps affect change throughout the universe. Like hearing that from you, who is so, you know, amazingly powerful and impactful to our society right now. And I'm so appreciative. I know everybody here is too. So
We're
thank
gagged.
you.
Like, we are literally gagged that you're sitting right here.
It's really exciting to meet Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. This is such a huge honor because she's stood down the very same racism that my mom has encountered her whole time living in this country. It means a lot to me that there's representatives like AOC in Congress today.
I see you standing up to that man every day, and how can we all even like complain about anything when you literally stand in the face of what I think is the most
evil,
the worst parts of our nature as humans, and you stand up against him and you say
Every day.
no. That's so hard.
You know, but we all do it in our own ways. People think Congress and government is all about leading people, but ultimately a lot of our politics is about following the public will. And the people who change what people think are artists and drag queens. And let's not forget who threw that first brick at Stonewall.
Yes.
You know, that is what led to us passing the Equality Act in the House in this term, marriage equality. It starts with you. I mean, you're patriots. You are. You are. You are patriots. And I'm so proud of you all. I'm so proud to live in this country with you and with your mother and with all of us as family.
Thank you.
Girl.
We love you.
Savaged, unfiltered.
Alrighty, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're trying out some new things here on the show. Always trying out some new things. As you can see, guys, I'm doing this on the comforts of the porch here in sunny Florida. That's right, guys. For those who have not been paying attention, I have moved from Georgia. I'm no longer a Georgia resident. I live in the Sunshine State, or what I like to call it, the Freedom State. Yes, the saddest country, guys. In Florida here, broadcasting Cocoa Beach, Florida. It is hot. My balls are sweating. It's disgusting outside. A little too much for our information. But, guys, we have on the right of the screen to the left, depending on how you're viewing us on, whether it's mobile, web, or any other type of browser, Tommy from Tommy Nation Politics. How are you doing, sir?
Good, Michael. It's really good to talk to you, man. I like talking to you.
How's it going, man? Why are you on the porch?
Yeah.
Why are you on the porch?
Because I'm doing a little rough cut here. I like to mix it up sometimes, and I don't know. I wanted to do something different this time. Somebody actually mentioned this to me.
It's kind of radical. It's kind of radical, man. It's not very conservative, man.
Oh,
I thought you were supposed to maintain the institutions. It's not. It's radical.
Hey,
I'm scared.
Hey,
what's gonna happen?
Hey, I'm doing this to keep the people enlightened.
Okay.
You know, so no, actually, one of the following that came from Ireland actually emailed me not too long ago and says, you should do a rough cut, man. Oh, that was the worst impersonation of an Irish accent ever, but they actually said that. They said, you should do a rough cut. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll, take it under consideration. So I am doing a rough cut,
Cool.
live stream on Twitch. But
That's the best way to
Tommy,
do it.
Yeah. I want to get into this whole AOC drag queen patriot type of saga. What the hell is going on? Does she really support this movement, or is she just full of herself?
So, first of all, thanks for having me on the show, Michael. You're always welcome on mine, and it's good to work together for the common good and talk about the real issues that are facing America. But I will have to say that even though AOC is a dramatic, lying dramatist, the things that she was saying in, the things that she was saying were true. She just doesn't believe in those things at all. She's not serious about those things at all. And I wish she was. I really wish she would stop pretending and actually be a progressive. But her actions say otherwise. So, I mean, the answer first of all, I don't know if you saw the gay history clip that I sent you, but I'm going to make a strong argument today, and we can talk about this. I'm going to make a strong argument, Mike, that they are patriots. Of course, they are. There's only two kinds of people in this country: patriots and loyalists. Always have been, always will.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just so baffled on her comment, especially toward that, which we got a little chuckle as you send us that video package with AOC talking to one of the drag queens there, saying that I'm so happy to get to live in a country, with you and your mother and this and that, and I'm like, did she just refer to her as her? Tommy says it's a birther, right?
So, basically, AOC is programmed to have to talk about your mother because she's a politician. So she feels she has to relate to you. So she said, "Oh, you have a mother," because they were talking about the mother in the soliloquy thing. So AOC had to reach out, tell you, "Oh, I do believe you have a mother. I'm not going to fight for her right to choose. I'm not going to legalize marijuana. I'm the most ineffectual person in the entire Senate." The New York Post had an article in April about how AOC has never co-sponsored a bill. She's never put a bill on the House floor. She's never written any legislation at all. In fact, when us progressives tried to get her to force the vote, Bernie Sanders had written a Medicare for All bill. She was supposed to tell Nancy Pelosi she wouldn't vote for her for speaker if she didn't put it on the House floor. AOC turned around and voted for her anyway. So she has no spine. She ran on Medicare for All. She has not co-sponsored a bill for Medicare for All. She's the most ineffectual, unimpactful person in the Congress. And we have a Congress full of nothing but fat cat, insubordinate civil servants that need to either be hung from the trees or we need to stop voting for them. Those are my two options that I could come up with, bro.
From the trees?
Yeah, bro.
Hung from the trees, you're getting a little dark there, buddy.
It's what our founding fathers would have done. It's dark.
Yeah,
that's what they would have done. But it's time to stop thinking they're celebrities. Start thinking they're civil servants that serve at the honor of the American people. And they need to literally do that, bro, and stop passing COVID relief bills to their donors. It's not cool anymore. It's the ninth time with this Reduction Act. I looked at this bill. They're not reducing anything. They're giving tax subsidies to their pharmaceutical donors. So this is ridiculous. It's time to stop it. And so I know I'm just dark, Mike. I know we have to think about the past and I'm thinking about what works, bro. What worked they used to tar and feather these guys. They used to go into their offices and hang them from the trees, and these politicians were scared. They're not scared anymore. They've got the FBI, the CIA on their side. They got the mainstream media not holding them accountable. They got us arguing with each other. So they're not scared of it at all. Not scared at all.
Yeah.
And I'll argue.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah. Here's my thing right here. I'm still questioning on the whole theory on how this former bartender, now a politician, how did she ever get elected to begin with?
Because her district is sick of the establishment. There's a populist movement in this country. You felt it too with Trump.
Yeah.
They're tired of it, bro. They're trying everything to get rid
of it. And we're still feeling the aftermath of it. We're still feeling the full effects, even though that Trump is no longer in office. A lot of people still feel he's running the show, Tommy. We feel, especially here on the right side, right, as a conservative, as a Republican, we still feel that Trump still has a lot of influence in Washington. We feel feel that he's running the show.
And what does Ben Shapiro say though? Feelings over facts, facts over feelings, bro. The fact is, his own party is trying to fucking make sure he doesn't run again. Dick Cheney came out, said he was Dick Cheney, bro, the war criminal, said he was the threat to democracy. You're Trump. I think that's hilarious. What do you think about that? Dick Cheney, the guy who shot his friend in the face, said Trump was.
I did see bits and pieces of that Dick Cheney segment, and I thought it was hilarious, to be honest with you. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, the fucking Cheneys, man, are the most corrupted of the corrupted. They'll do anything in their power just to have that message be brought across, even if it's true or if it's false. They'll still go to that level, that angle, and they'll say some things, and they'll be like, "Oh, this and that, and this and that." I'm like, how do these people take them serious?
The Bushes, the Clintons, the Cheneys, they've been together forever, bro. They don't like your guy Trump. He's famously got after the inauguration, Trump's speech was like, "That's some weird shit," to the Clintons and to the Cheneys. It's a big group. It's a big club. I thought Trump was in it, but apparently he's not, or if he talks too much, they don't like him very much anymore. He ruined Hillary's big day. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't get it, but I do know that these people need to go. They're literal dangers to America. So is the president.
They need to go. Yeah, so you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I wanted to get into something here that just came out not too long ago, actually. The great Senator Ted Cruz, right, of your home state there in Texas, literally
Canadian Cruz.
Yeah. Comparing AOC and Elizabeth Warren as girls with power sticks. Did you see that?
I didn't see it. What did he say?
You got to check it out. He's comparing Elizabeth Warren, right? Pocahontas and AOC as women, or excuse me, girls with power sticks.
What are power sticks?
I was going to say, a power stick is basically a woman with, you know what?
A dick?
That's basically... No.
Okay.
No. With a hoo-ha. Yeah.
With a hoo-ha? What's a hoo-ha? It's not real unfiltered. I can't understand what you're saying. What's a hoo-ha? What does he say? What are power sticks, bro? What power stick? A dildo?
A power stick is a pussy, Tom.
Oh, I see. I'm gay.
Oh.
I stay far away from those things, bro. It's like a black hole to me.
I'm telling you. But he did get into this here. Well, listen to this. He did get into this, and I want to quote. It says that it reminds me of much of the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Folks, these are liberals gone wild. If anything, does everybody remember Girls Gone Wild? With the whole MTV thing, that's kind of what he's reminding himself of AOC and Elizabeth Warren.
Why?
Women that gone wild.
Because why? Why are they wild?
Because they're wilding out. They're like I said, this goes back to the Cheney thing. They're doing everything that they can.
What are they doing? I don't get it. You conservatives and your fucking phrases and your "Let's go, Brandon." I don't understand why you're saying the things you say. They're literally just taking the money and funneling it to the donors. I don't know what a power stick that is. That's just like them being them because they're women. I don't even get it. See what that opens you up when you say things like that. It opens you up to sexist. People think you're being sexist. I have no idea what a power stick is, bro. But then the media takes what you're saying.
Being sexist?
No, I'm just. If I was CNN, bro, I would literally run a headline right now that said Michael said that Elizabeth Warren was a dude and he doesn't respect women and he hates women. That's what I would say. You literally open yourself up to that when you say things like that. Just,
They'll probably, after you do that, Tommy, they'll probably say, who the hell is Michael Gardner?
I mean, they say that now, but sooner or later you're going to be on their radar because you'll be important someday. I know you will.
Sure, I'm already on the radar, to be honest with you. I've getting, it's fact checked after fact checked.
I mean, I know I am. I keep saying I'm going to hang them from the trees. I don't mean me. Yeah. I just mean all of us should. We should all stop being cowards and do what needs to be done.
Oh, sure.
I'm not going to go do it myself. That'd be stupid. But anyway.
Yeah, without it. Without doubt.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, though.
So I have a question to ask you, bro. What is it with you and DeSantis? Sure. So I've been because of you, I've been researching this guy. He seems like a principled guy, which is why I kind of stay away. I've been staying away from him with the criticism because I want to see what he's going to do. He seems to be following through with his principles and values, so that's admirable. But he also doesn't make any sense. We're a nation of laws, not a nation of men. He talks about he has his own little propaganda thing that he follows up with the Republican Party. What are you expecting to get out of DeSantis if he runs? What are you expecting to get from him? Just like some safety, knowing that he'll fight for whatever his principles are against the left, they're not really left, because Joe Biden, I think they all agree really on the basics. It's just how are they going to get us to stop to argue more and to take more of our money and ship it and launder it to Ukraine and shit. So that's all. I don't know if DeSantis is with that.
Yeah.
He seems to be out of that, but he's also very aggressive. He's sanctioning people. He's firing people. He's saying, what do you expect to get out of DeSantis? What do you want from DeSantis if he runs?
What do I expect to get out of him?
Yeah.
Well, I think here's the thing. I think DeSantis is pretty much gonna, he's gonna run. Obviously, he's gonna run on a Republican ticket. He wants to. I don't know. To be honest with Tommy, I think he wants to try to carry exactly what what Donald Trump had in mind. From 2016. Run on those basic principles. America first, secure borders, healthcare on a affordable scale. End chain migration. I think basically that's what he wants to do. He wants to continue it on a Trump era. He's seen that the Trump era worked, and I think that's where he wants to go.
Interesting. Okay, well, I feel like Trump did his own thing, and I don't really think he had a doctrine. He just had a screw you guys fucking kind of mentality. I liked it though. I liked it. So why don't you think that drag queens are patriots, Michael? Why don't you think drag queens are patriots?
Why don't I think that they're patriots?
For one, they grabbed life and liberty. So they grabbed life and liberty from persecution.
Well, for one,
tyranny.
Yeah. For one, they don't represent that traditional American vibe. And when you hear patriot, you hear traditional vibe, right? You hear traditions and basic principles, right? Basic morale.
But you didn't. You did not hear that in 1776. In 1776, you did not hear about that. You heard about the Sons of Liberty, the Boston Harbor, and then you heard about the Loyalists who were supporting King George and saying that, give him a chance. King George is going to help us out. No, he was giving you taxation without representation. They rebelled against the republicanism idea. They said, but not a ruler. They
here's
said
the thing.
No republicanism.
Yeah, here's the thing. Were you around the 1776? Were you in the mid to late 1700s? I wasn't.
No, but if you were, would you support King George or would you support the rebellion? You're talking about the conventional wisdom. Being conventional is not being a rebel, is it?
The rebellion against
rebelling
what, though,
conventional?
Tommy?
Tyranny.
The rebellion against what? Tyranny?
Okay, so yes, absolutely. In the 1960s, there was a fight for civil rights where if the police were going around beating and brutalizing people, did you know that we couldn't even talk about being gay for fear of brutalization because it was a crime against man and against God. People took that really seriously, Michael. I don't know if you do, but these people would literally kill us if they thought we were gay because it was doing God's will. They did try to do an amendment to ban gay marriage. They hated us that much. They fucking hated us, man. So we had to pretend that we were happy straight people and we were going to get married. We had to insert, we're going to get married someday. So we had to throw them off. The police would come in to a gay bar. They would steal the money. They would crack the heads of these people. And you couldn't talk about it because if you were at that gay bar, are you a faggot or what? That's what I'm saying, bro. Guess what they did in Stonewall? They said, there comes a time where we're going to have to declare our life, liberty, and happiness. They took a rock from Stonewall and they cracked the heads of their tyrannical police brutality people. And I call that taking life, taking liberty, and getting happiness. And that's the most patriotic shit I've ever heard in my life. The Stonewall riots were the most patriotic shit in my life. Also, the most patriotic shit, the civil rights movement, when we marched on Washington. Anytime we fucking march against power, anytime we talk about how we're the individual and we manifest our own destiny, we're patriots. That's what I think. If you agree, if you just want to be with the system and you think King George III is going to finally give you something, you're a loyalist.
Yeah, well,
King George is never going to give you shit.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know why they were ridiculed. You know why they were put on the back burner. They were labeled as black sheep. Back then.
It was set against God and man. They had to die.
Yes, I mean, if you follow the Bible completely and you understand from the first verse to the last verse, homosexuality is a huge sin, and that is against God's will.
Adultery and murder and fornication, all the things that the Republicans and Democrats do every day. But the gay thing, right. That was an opportunity to take marginalized people and rob them and make sure and blackmail them and make sure that they had no life, liberty, or happiness. That was the perfect opportunity to practice fascism. And so they did. And that's what I think the Bible is. Bible's really, it's an opportunity for you to practice fascism, just like the Ayatollah and his fucking, his caliphate. Every religion is just an opportunity for you to infringe on other people's rights and individualism and take what is theirs by God in life, liberty, and happiness. That's what religion is. It's the minus of life, liberty, and happiness.
Yeah, the pursuit of the happiness, right? The pursuit of the ultimate American dream, but that is slowly dying as we see every single day. There's reasons behind why the American dream is dying, why it's not the same as it once was. Because every single time, I hear, from followers, I hear from listeners here on the show, Michael, what is the true definition and the terminology of the American dream? What is that to make America great again? What does that truly mean? And, I question it all the time. I think to myself that, to make America great again is to bring back the original foundations, the original traditions, to have a secure home for your family, to make enough money to support that family, to live in a society where there is no crime or less crime that we see now, okay? And to literally live without any fear. That is the true definition of the American dream. And to make America great again, under my opinion, okay? My opinion may not matter to you. It may not matter to the rest of this country, okay? Maybe people see this country with anxiety or fear or hatred rhetoric or this or that. Well, that's their view, okay? And they're entitled to their view and their opinion, just like I'm entitled to my view and my opinion. let me ask you this question here, Tommy, and then the floor here on the screen. But when somebody asks you a question that we're talking about right now, would you consider a drag queen, a transsexual, a homosexual, a patriot? I don't know, Tommy. Would you consider them
Absolutely.
a patriot?
Absolutely. I think they're more patriotic. Why? They're more patriotic than a lot of people because they had to literally, they experienced the tyranny that was being faced in 1776. In 1968, they experienced the immense turmoil that was going on with the Vietnam War, that was going on with the segregated lunch counters and the beatings and brutality of homosexuals. They experienced that, and they took a rock. Just like the colonists took the tea off the harbor, they took a rock from the Stonewall Gay Bar, and they threw it at the fucking cops. They threw it at their tyrants. And it literally is, you know what's funny, Michael, is that in this entire history of this country, it's never been decided. Our leaders, this legislation, there was no gay legislation that brought us to this moment. There was the Supreme Court, when they legalized gay marriage, there was no Obama that did that. Do you know what really kept these cops away from the Stonewall fucking gay bar? The rocks at their heads. Do you know what kept King George away from our fucking shores? A fucking revolution. That gun that went off in Lexington Concord. Do you know what keeps these guys away all the time? And that's why they're so scared about this insurrection, because they realize that we might actually remember what the fuck really is effective in keeping tyrants away. And they are tyrants. You talk about bringing back the original. Let me tell you, this is why I love the right wing. The original institution of family is absolutely a wonderful institution I want you guys to champion families. I love the family values. Keep going with that. The CIA, the FBI, the people that infiltrated leftists, did a McCarthyist environment, divided us, not good institutions. You have to pick, as a right winger, you need to pick institutions that need to be saved and institutions that need to go. But I'm all for the institute. I'm all for the right wing mentality on that. And I believe that a lot of those things, they did make America free. But you have to understand, bro, that there's a lot of things that were promised in the Constitution that a lot of us didn't get till 1969.
But here's the thing, we're talking about, the gay background, or if I want to use correct terminology, the LGBTQ plus, right? The LGBTQ plus.
You know why they're called LGBT?
History.
Because lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders.
Yeah,
we took a rock from Stonewall and we threw it at the fucking cops.
Yeah,
and they stopped bothering us.
I get it, Tommy, but you mentioned something that's quite interesting that I'd like to touch on. Tyranny, right? With gay history here in this country, tyranny. Yeah. How is it tyranny? When this country wasn't founded on any of those values to begin with, Tommy.
It was founded on life, liberty, and happiness. It was founded on everybody to manifest their own destiny. So maybe this is an ideological difference, because I believe that our lives we're in charge of our lives. We make our decisions. I believe that we can find our own happiness, whatever that might be, whether it be peacock dresses, whether it be China dolls, whether it be teddy bears. We manifest our own destiny, and we have that freedom by God, given to us by the Constitution and inalienable rights. So that's what life, liberty, and happiness means to me, is the fact that we were promised a life to have liberty, freedom from being beaten and brutalized, freedom from being harassed. And we take that, our life and our liberty, and we can actually have happiness with that. But they weren't happy. They were committing suicide. They were drinking alcohol to the point where they would die. And with nobody, during the AIDS pandemic, you couldn't even get treatment for AIDS, bro. Because if you got treatment for AIDS, that means you were a faggot. And the doctors wouldn't even. Here's
the thing, Tommy.
Literally wouldn't
Tommy,
see you, bro.
Here's the thing. I do give the floor to to the respected individual to make their case, to make their point. But I have to jump in. I know. I have to jump in. I have to jump in here on the 80s, right? You mentioned something with the 80s, right? They couldn't get the proper pharmaceutical treatment
Right.
for their case. Okay. Now, as a country, compared to other countries, this may want to allow others to listen to exactly what I'm saying here, which I'm probably going to make some really valuable points here. Points where you're going to be like, wow, Michael's kind of on point here, and he does make sense by what he's saying. Okay? Yes, I'm speaking in a third person, but I want you to understand what I mean by this. Okay? Do you understand, as a country that we live in today's society, we are looked at on the world stage as a laughing joke? Countries that don't have the same resources that we have. They don't have the same great access to military equipment, modern military equipment, if I may add, excuse me. They don't have any of that, Tommy. Now, you have countries, okay, you have countries also out there that are looking at us, questioning us. Why, as a country such as the United States, why does this country have so much problems? Why? Like, why do we have the problems that we have?
Because we have a two-party system that's really one party, and they're in cahoots with each other. They have us divided, and we're a nation divided against itself cannot stand. So we're not standing; we're crumbling. Because the politicians thrive on this. They literally thrive on it.
I understand. Yeah.
So that's why. Also, the laughingstock thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we're a laughingstock. I think they literally look at us like we're psycho killers, bro. Like Iran, when we killed Soleimani, they had to respond. Remember when they didn't hit our bases because they knew that we could nuke them. Because we're the only ones that put an atomic bomb in Hiroshima. We're psycho killers, bro.
You did mention.
They're afraid of us.
Yeah, you did mention that country, which I have a clip here. I'll plug in here soon. I think I still have it before I hopefully. I save my clips because I know if I post them to social media, the trolls out there in San Francisco are going to be like, "Oh, he's saying misinformation, and we're going to take the video off." So I save my shit, the backup. But if you caught what you see Tommy saying, I do want to save that in notation because I want to bring this up before I forget. I was going to save it for Thursday with me and Soslin on Thursday's episode 300 for the Ultra MAGA show that we're going to be doing this Thursday with me and Soslin. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway on the show because I think it has a lot of key points what Tommy's talking about. With Bill O'Reilly coming out saying that Russia is terrified of this hopefully new regime of Donald Trump coming into 2024, and you're going to get exactly why I'm saying this on the show and where Bill O'Reilly was going with this just the other day on his show. But let's get back to this whole transphobia, gayness here in America, okay? And I won't offend anybody by saying that, but there are other
You're saying words. You're not
countries now.
You're good.
Yeah, Tommy. There are countries in this planet, excuse me, that look at us as a joke. They don't have half of the crap that we have. They don't deal with high crimes. They don't deal with division, with homosexuality. Why, Tommy? Because they have a fucking culture. Our culture is melting away.
They throw them off buildings. That's why they don't deal with crime. We have laws, and we have we the people thing.
No,
maybe
Tommy,
we got us back to the people. That's an institution I like.
Yeah, Tommy, I'm talking about countries that are not third world. You're referring to countries of third world that kill people and chop people's heads off.
What country?
I'm talking about European culture. European countries.
European culture is
Ireland
rife
and the
with
UK.
drugs and prostitution, bro.
But Tommy,
isn't it?
Don't have the same crap that we have. You know why? Because I'm going back to the same thing, and I'm going to repeat myself. They have culture, something that we don't know nothing about. They have culture. We don't. That's why they don't have the problems that we have.
What's culture? What's your definition of culture?
Culture.
Yeah,
They're citizens of their country respect their own way. They respect their culture. They respect the language that's spoken in that nation. They respect everything in that nation. We don't respect a damn thing. And I'm going to tell you why we don't respect the damn thing. For instance, just the other day, I'm walking down the damn street and I see these kids, probably no younger than 12 or 15 years old, sitting down waiting for a bus. And they're drinking like Coca-Cola or they're drinking some type of soda. Okay? You would think after they were done, they would take that soda can and throw it in the garbage. No. Right down on the bench. And it's until wind blew it away into the street. And then I seen a car run it over. That's the type of society we've become. We're not a republic anymore. We're more like a third world. Tommy, these are the same things that you see in third world nations where citizens do not care about their country. Now, if these kids cared about their country and cared about where they were, a country that has so much liberty, so much freedom, they would respect it. But Absolutely. This is the respect that's not going on in our country. This is the respect.
But Michael, they're kids, though. I didn't have respect until I was a gentleman, and I had experiences where my fucking disrespect got me slapped in the face, fired, and I had consequences. Let's just give them some time to have consequences. Then they can get some respect. I mean, is that really like the attitude that you're really feeling? I'm asking you, like, really, that you're feeling like throughout the entire country?
Tommy, I'm not the only one that's feeling this. There's a lot of people that are fed up of where our country's going. Now you talk about.
I'm fed up too. But like the Democrats.
Yeah, you talk about. Yeah, you talk about kids. Give them time, right? They're 15 years old, Tommy. I think they had enough time to learn about basic principles and basic values.
You can't spank your kids anymore, so there's no consequences for that. They have to wait until they get fired on their job for being insubordinate, and then they'll learn that they can't pay their bills and act like that way, and then they'll fucking adjust, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hope so. I hope so.
I mean, me too. Because we still haven't learned our lesson from continuously voting for Democrats and Republicans, bro. We still keep voting for them. I thought this midterms, bro, after they took 48 hours to bail out the Wall Street, I thought we were done with them, bro. But it turns out this midterms, it's all about the Democrats and Republicans again. I can't believe that we're still fucking putting up with this shit. Yeah, they should literally be gone. They should be literally. If we were founding fathers, they would literally be hung from the trees.
You know, I don't know. I don't know
what to do anymore.
You know, there's something else I wanted to get in here on the show before we lose time, but hold that thought, Tommy. I have to get a quick break in, and we'll be right back, guys. Got to get a break in. If I don't, that's how our show gets paid through.
Around the Hulu Motel, and you start to realize everybody's into something.
Can't you see he's set them up?
There are those whose theories have theories.
It's obviously the cat guy. It's always the cat guy.
Others live to chase the thrill. But no matter what you're into, Hulu has it all. No questions asked. 'Cause hey, who am I to judge?
Huzzah.
All right, guys, we're back here on the show. Back here on the show of shows, guys. This episode today is sponsored by LiveRishi.com. For all my CBD lovers out there, people that live a more organic type of lifestyle, right? I do. I don't take modern medication. I don't believe in popping a Tylenol for a headache. I don't. There's so much cancer ingredients in that crap, and you know, you kind of wonder why people are dropping dead like left and right. But guys, head over to liverishi.com. It is an organic CBD oil company out of the great state of Arizona. Use that promo code Patriot we switched to Patriot. Excuse me, guys. We're back and forth with the damn promo codes. You use that promo code Savage Unfiltered. There we go. I had to get the right promo code. Jesus, I'm announcing something for a sponsor that sponsored the show, and I'm getting it wrong. Head over to liverishy.com. Hit that promo code Savage Unfiltered. You're going to get 20% off your entire order, guys. Mention you heard it on Savage Unfiltered with Michael Gardner. And there's going to be some more awesome benefits that go along with that, guys. We got Tommy Nation here, Tommy Saulsberry from his show, Tommy Nation Politics, on the show. This whole gay type of presence that's now affecting the church. I got into last week with Soslin and a little bit of with Jimmy the Rant. And both, okay, and I'm not just saying this just to hype my show up, but both agree with me on this. Soslin is, a little bit more of a Christian man than myself. I am spiritual, but I don't believe in practice religion. Soslin is, and I respect that. I respect every, I just don't respect their viewpoints on some of the viewpoints, especially these viewpoints I'm about to say. Jimmy was the same way, Jimmy was like, hey, whatever floats your boat, but don't, force it down my throat. And that's what I understand about it. You want to live that lifestyle, go ahead. Like my mother said, God rest her soul, whatever floats your boat. But I did hear from my mother at points in my life where you can bring any colored woman home to this house, whether she's black, white, yellow, red, or gray. But don't ever bring back a man, because I disown you. My mother was, you got to think of the terminology. She grew up in the 60s. It was a little different then.
I know.
But Tommy, yeah. What's your thoughts here on this whole, this whole gay presence being pretty much brought to the churches?
So,
do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that's a bad thing?
So, I had to do gay conversion therapy because I was in the church in the youth band, and I had to endure that. I really honestly think that churches and we shouldn't mix. Okay, so I really like the fact that you're saying it shouldn't be forced. Things should not be forced. Again, that's tyranny. Things should never be forced. You're telling me that I can live my life, whatever floats my boat. Good, because that's what I wanted in the first place. No, forcing people, tyranny. Making people do things, tyranny. That's not part of life, liberty, and happiness. I think you and I have an agreement, bro. I think we're onto something. I think let's just not force people to do shit, and we'll be okay. I think literally, I have nothing else to say, bro. I agree with you. Let's just not force people to do shit. How about that?
Yeah. But what about this video here, guys? If you missed this video, I plugged it in last week when I had touched on this topic. I love always plugging in videos again. Sometimes I do it 2 or 3 times just to get the point across. Because this is the type of crap, folks. If you paid attention earlier in this episode, this is the type of crap that I think is totally dividing our culture. You want to be gay? Go ahead and be gay. But don't try to invade your type of viewpoint into other type of viewpoint, like the church. Don't try to intertwine them, folks, because what's happening is it's going to cause a lot of rhetoric, Tommy. It is.
Agree.
It is.
I agree with you. 100%,
plug it in, before I plug this in, folks, if anybody has been paying attention to Pastor Greg Locke, he is a big pastor out of Western Tennessee, not too far from Chattanooga, actually, Mount Juliet. He runs a mega church, not MAGA. I wish it was a mega church. He runs a mega church out in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And he has been getting attacked left and right, folks, left and right, on his viewpoint on the gay community and how they're trying to push this into literally churches all over America. Check this crap out, Tommy. I think you're going to understand what I mean. I think this is disgusting. I think it's grotesque, and I think it needs to stop, guys.
Her name is Britta Filter, and she is the Queen of New York. Yeah!
loving creator, Holy One, and Diva of the world.
This is what I'm talking about. Tommy, it's not laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. This is disrespect. This is disrespect to the church, is it not?
Okay. She says, I mean, what? I don't care, bro. I'm not, dude. I don't give a shit about the church. So honestly, whatever. But it's funny to me. How is it not a laughing matter, Michael? Literally, diva of the world. There's no God. If there was a God, why would Nancy Pelosi's husband, who's fucking insider trading and a traitor to this country, crash his Porsche in Napa Valley Ravine and still live? Why would kids have leukemia? There's not a God. So who cares?
But Tommy, this is not a laughing matter. This is not a laughing matter. This is sick. This is what America 2022 looks like.
Why
this
is it sick?
What we're.
You see the Pope, bro?
Why is
The
it
Pope
sick?
looks just like that. Yeah, the Pope just looks just like her. They're all religion. I don't know, but I understand it's probably an old institution, the church, but it's silly. It's fucking silly, bro. The churches are silly. I don't get it. I don't get church at all. What's the whole point of church, bro? What's the point?
Here's my question. Here's my question here, because we're going to close it out in about another couple of minutes, okay? Here's my question on this, okay? I hear constantly from the gay community all over America that they want us to respect their views and their opinions. Okay, sure. If they want us to respect theirs, why the hell are they not respecting the church's views? Why are they?
They were like, because they were cheered. They were cheered on, bro. Ask the audience why that is. I don't think it's her. Like, if someone's gonna cheer for me like that, I mean, that sounds welcoming. Like,
but Tommy, here it is. Here's the closing point of the show. Okay, is it more about this community wanting respect, or is it more about attention? I think it's more about attention at this point. You know, like, oh, I'm not getting attention. I'm not getting attention. So they have to do. These people are smart, Tommy. They're smart and highly intelligent. What do? They go into a church because they know it's going to sell across media. They know that Fox or CNN is gonna put this crap on the 10 o'clock headline. They know.
Dylan Roof was also in a church. I think you're right. I don't think but it's not the gays, Michael. It's people nowadays. I think you're convinced me now that actually the people right now that they don't respect the culture. I think you're right. Now I'm getting that. It's not gays. It's literally people that they don't respect certain things. They don't really have respect for anybody. I think that's the point. I think that's the thing. They really don't have respect for anybody. And they want attention more than anything. Yeah. It's not about principles or values. I think you're right, bro. What are we going to do about that? They want attention more than like actual, like what? So that's interesting. I think I've just got that epiphany from you. They do want attention more than they want a country or principles or values.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to bring across this show. That's what I've been trying to bring across, not only on this show, but social media for weeks. And people look at me like, oh, he's a divider. He's this and that. A lot of people label me as another modern day Michael Savage.
Well, that explains a lot, bro. That's why the Democrats and Republicans are celebrities.
Thank you very much. That's a compliment.
Because they're always getting attention. This is fucking sick. I think it stems from them. Let me just tell you, I think it stems from them. Yeah. I think all of this influence is literally from them, bro. They've destroyed our perception of everything. Leadership, fucking civics, loving your country. They don't love the country. They pollute it. Their donors pollute it. Well, they send our kids to war to die. This is all them, bro. Maybe.
Well, this is the type of stuff that makes me go great, Tommy, and you're going to understand why. You know, I mean, look, guys, I think I need another haircut. What do you think? I mean, it's getting bad. It really is. It's terrible.
How about this?
Terrible.
How about we go to Mark Zuckerberg's house? We fucking eat him. We take his fridge and we give it to the charity, and then no more Zuckerberg. I think it will solve things. I know we can't advocate for violence because that would be against the institutions. But someday there's going to be violence, bro. Because I think you're probably right about a few things. I don't know how it's going to be solved other than violence, though, bro. The only thing that ever solves anything in this country is violence. I'm not advocating for violence, guys. I'm just saying the only thing that solves anything in this country is violence. Seems to me. Not AOC. Because AOC needs to get her ass to her office. She needs to make some legislation, pass it to the House Speaker so it can be signed. And stop fucking giving us the stupid reduction bills for your donors. AOC, get your ass in your office and stop getting fake arrested. Stop fucking crying about someone telling you there's violence. Stop saying you were raped on the Capitol stairs. Get your ass to work. I don't give a shit if Major Taylor Greene puts 100 Post-its on your door. Shut the fuck up and make some goddamn legislation. You're in Congress. Do your job. So that's what I say of this.
What bill has she tried to pass? Nothing besides the stupid Green New Deal bullshit. She
didn't even try to pass
that's about it.
That, bro. She didn't even write that. She took that from somebody. Jill Stein. She's a fucking joke. She lied to us, bro. She said you're Medicare for all.
Actually, the Green New Deal.
Medicare.
The Green New Deal was actually was an origin from Bernie Sanders, was it not?
I'm gonna have to check that. I thought it was Jill Stein. It could be Bernie Sanders. I know it wasn't AOC. I know she's not interested in reading, making bills, writing, talking to people. She only wants to fucking go on Twitter and cry about invisible immigrants. She's literally useless. She's useless, and she's she's literally
all she is. Tommy, all she is a fucking doormat. That's what she is. That's what she's a fucking doormat. She's on there to get views and ratings for the Democratic radical Democratic Party. That's all she. That's all she was there to put there.
On the Hill,
she's a pretty face. Yeah.
The Hill said that she's the best chance for the Democrats. This is serious. Look it up. The Hill said the AOC is the best chance for Democrats in 2024. First of all, she's never written a bill. She's never co-sponsored a bill. She's never done anything in Congress. She's been in Congress for 3 years. She's the best chance for the Democrats? God damn, we need to fucking stop this shit.
How is she the best chance for Democrats?
I have no idea.
How is she the best chance?
She's not fucking old and dementia-riddled, bro. She's not a plagiarist and racist.
What is she running on, though? What's her message?
She doesn't live in she's running on, she doesn't live in her basement. She has no dementia, and she is perfectly good at not plagiarizing. So she's not like, it wasn't Trump. Now she's not Joe Biden. So that's good enough. Well,
here's the thing, Tommy. Here's the thing. How is she the best choice for 2024 for the primary candidate for presidency? She has no message. She has no voice. She doesn't have a political backbone. Well, she thinks she has a political backbone because she goes on these shows like RuPaul, that drag show. I forgot the name of it because I don't watch it. But she goes on these shows. So by going on the shows, she thinks that she has some type of message. But she doesn't have a message. You know why she doesn't have a message, folks? Ditzy, blonde. Well, she doesn't have blonde hair. No, you don't have to be. You don't have to have blonde hair to be a ditzy blonde. She's an airhead. She's a pretty face that was put there as a fucking doormat. That's what it is.
Do you have any idea, bro? Because I'm a bartender and I'm a bar manager right now. But do you have any idea if I got out of bartending? Do you know what the damage I would do if I got into Congress, bro? I would literally legalize marijuana within a day. I would blackmail Nancy Pelosi because I'm sure she has some fucking dirt. I would dig that shit up. I'd say, bitch, put this on the House floor right the fuck now. I've seen how you fucking pass those little COVID relief bills. You pass this. Kamala Harris will vote on it for the tie. I would get these guys so pissed off at me that the mainstream media wouldn't even know what to do. I'd be doing so many different things. If I was president, bro, I've already legalized marijuana by executive order because it's federally illegal. I would have gotten all of these people, warmongers and CIA people, the people, I would have fired the FBI and I would have started completely over again. And you know how Trump wanted to revoke their clearance? I would have said, guys, guess what? I'm not Herbert Hoover anymore. You guys no longer have a job and get the fuck out of Washington. You'll never be here again. I would literally do I would do that day one, all of it. But she gets into the, oh my God, can I do Medicare for all? No? Okay, let's go get her hair done while COVID's happening. These guys.
Right. Good stuff, Tommy. Guys, you just heard Tommy Saulsberry from his show, Tommy Nation Politics Podcast, guys. It's always it's always a good one when we have Tommy on because, him and I, we come from different worlds. He's on the left. I'm on the right. It was a damn good show. We're going to close out here on the show. Tommy, where can they find you, buddy?
www.TommyNationPolitics.com or Facebook.com/TommyNationPolitics. So I'm glad we agree on AOC and we agree on like how the culture needs to be restored. So stop calling her a socialist. She's not a socialist. She's a ditzy little blonde. I like that more. Be free thinking, innovative, open-minded, guys. See you later.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Remember, guys, you could hit that like and follow button. It really means a difference, guys. Because if you want to truly save this country and join the movement behind myself and thousands of others, whether podcasts, talk show hosts, social media, anywhere, guys, you got to hit that like and follow button, okay? Any other episodes that you may want to see in the past, guys, head over to anchor.fm/Savaged Unfiltered. Guys, you're going to hear the current episode shortly after this broadcast is over. Will be formatted into the audio podcast, as well as the very first episode before we even went to video. The very first pilot episode is on Savaged Unfiltered when we were the Kitchen Angle podcast. It just shows you how much we've grown.
Savaged Unfiltered. Get it.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Next one, guys.
Travel to the